Welcome to the Instructor How-To video series. This video will focus on intelligent agents. You can access the intelligent agents by going to Course Administration and selecting Intelligent Agents from the list. For our first example, we will look at a discussion. So from the list of agents, we will look at the Meet Your Classmates discussion. For this particular assignment, you're going to need to scroll past the criteria and the login activity sections to get to the conditions area. When you get to that conditions area, it will be blank. Unfortunately, the conditions do not copy when you import from shell to shell. So you will need to make this fix on all of your course shells. So when you scroll to the middle of the page, you'll see this. You want to click on Create and Attach. For this particular example, we're looking at a discussion. So under condition type, you want to choose discussions and no posts authored in topic. Once you do that, you'll see the other two drop-down options. And first of all, you'll need to choose which discussion. This one is Meet My Classmates. And then you're going to need to choose your type. But you're going to need to follow this process twice because we're going to use both types. So you're first going to choose no threads, then you're going to come back in and do this again, and you're going to choose no threads or replies. When you've done that, you want to make sure that you change this particular drop-down to read for any conditions, not all conditions. For the discussions, we want to make sure that we're capturing everybody that has not posted, whether that's a thread or whether that's a reply. So we want to make sure that it's an either or kind of situation. The way that we do that is by putting both of those parameters in and making sure that the satisfactory condition is that it's any condition, not all conditions. For our next example, we're going to choose an assignment that is a submission to a folder, an assignment. So here in that drop-down box, you would choose assignments and no submission to folder. Then what we'll do is we'll choose the all conditions option. Again, for assignments, you want to make sure you choose all because they either put it in the folder or they didn't. So it's an either or kind of situation. So the fact that they have not submitted to the folder, it's the only release condition, so it should meet all. When you are looking at the list for agents that are provided to you, one of them is about login. So let's look at that one. Again, as you scroll down a little bit on the page, you'll see login activity and course activity. The login activity is specific to Falcon Online logins. The course activity is how many times have they logged into this particular class. So what you want to do for this particular intelligent agent, the purpose of it is to remind the student in that first week of class, hey, remember, you're in class, you should be logging in, you should be checking in and starting your work. You want to have the login activity and the course activity pretty close to the same because that first week, even if they log in that first day to Falcon Online, they might not ever visit the class. If they do log into Falcon Online and the class, that doesn't mean that they spent any time there. They might have just logged on, looked at it, and logged right out and not looked at any content. So it still would not catch that student who didn't spend much time, but if they're not logging in frequently, this is a way to catch them and remind them that they should be in the class doing the work. Again, read the message that's related to the login reminder, and you can change that verbiage any way that you want to help with that reminder. The other thing that you need to fix in your intelligent agents is on that home page, when you choose intelligent agents, you'll see settings in the upper right-hand corner. You'll need to do that to make sure that all of the emails come from you. And if the students reply to the email, they reply to you. They are automatically set to use a system default of online@datonastate.edu or the do not reply notifications. You want to change that to set custom values and put your email in for both. That way, it will always come back to you, and it will come from you in the students' emails. Now, once you make that setting, you don't have to do it for every individual intelligent agent. That setting is an umbrella setting. So once you do it, it's done for all of the agents. So when you actually see it within the agents itself, where it says actions and send an email, it should show your email there once you've fixed that setting. If it says online@daytonastate.edu or do not reply settings, then you do need to fix that. And again, there is a link right there that says, how do I change the default from and reply settings? It'll explain what I just demonstrated for you. The last thing that you want to do with your intelligent agents is you need to schedule them. So you want to go ahead and click on the Use Schedule. And once you do that, it will activate the Update Schedule button. It's ghosted out until you click on the box for Use Schedule. On the updating of the agent's schedule, there are 3 areas. You need to determine how frequently you want it to run in terms of daily, weekly, or monthly. Ordinarily, you're going to do daily, especially if you want something to occur a couple of times within a week, like the login, or maybe you want to do it once a week, just as a reminder that an assignment is coming due. So daily is most probable what you're going to choose. Then you have to decide how frequently you want it to run. Do you want it to run every couple of days? Do you want it to run once a week? If you want it to run every couple of days, like the login intelligent agent, then ordinarily you want to give a little bit of a window, 2 or 3 days. That way it gives students a chance to do whatever they need to do before they get a repeat email. And again, they're going to get just the exact same email again a couple of days later. That's what you're setting up here. Finally, you need to choose the window of time that the emails should occur. Now, if this is a one-shot deal, you just want to remind them that the Making Diversity Personal assignment is due on Sunday, and you want this email to go out on Thursday, then you would set it for daily. It repeats once, and then the window of time would be whatever date you want it to run. So it would have a start date of A, and it would have an end date of A. It should be the same date if it's a one-shot deal. Again, if you're using it for the reminder for the login and it's going to occur a few times over maybe a week's time, then you would say daily, repeats every 2 days, and then you would give the window of time. So let's say it's the second day of class until the day after add drop. Then you would put those 2 windows, the start date and the end date. But it's very important to have that schedule, otherwise it won't know when to run or how frequently you want it to run. Last but not least, I just want to remind you that you can always get help with intelligent agents by accessing the Faculty Innovation Center. You can use their website, and it's very easy to just click on the button that says Schedule an Instructional Designer, and you can set up a session either on campus or online, and they can walk you through with any questions you may have. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, again, please contact me or the Faculty Innovation Center.